Premier League action, U20 World Cup, and the boys are back. It's a full house here. Hi, my name is Diego Serrano. Welcome to the Pub Footy Podcast. The boys are here. Coach John Martinez and Carlitos. How we doing, guys?
Having a Monday.
Having a Monday. Happy
Having
Monday.
a Monday.
I see it in your face,
Having a
bro.
Monday, bro.
It's Monday vibes.
It's a Monday. Hey, tomorrow's Tuesday. That's it, right? It's tomorrow's Tuesday. It's Champions League. Another day.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Listen, there's good things to look forward to tomorrow. So let's push on Tuesday.
International window is officially over. We're back to club footy. I know you boys are excited. I wanted to get your first thoughts, takes on just some of the Prem action. We'll obviously go through some of the scores, but just give me just quick
I can go first. I'm gonna pop open the Guinness too for this.
Lovely. Oh,
Ooh.
a nice crack.
A lot of beautiful noises in life that make a human smile.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do this on camera, but we're already here.
That's all good.
That's one of them. That's one of the wonders of the world. The beautiful sound.
Oh, wait, this fills the cup.
That's supposed to.
Wow, that was a good pour.
Now you gotta let it settle.
Yeah, I got 90 seconds. All right. So what I want to do, I just want to congratulate Arsenal FC on winning the league. They should win the league, right?
Oh my god! Look at this.
Top of the table.
Dear to
Liverpool's having a bad year. Man City isn't the Man City we grew up on. Chelsea still trying to figure their shit out together. So, Arsenal's leading the league. Everyone's having a down league. There's no excuses anymore for Arsenal to not win this league.
We said it though.
They have their defenders. They have their striker. They put in money this year. That's it. There's no reason for Arsenal not to win the league this year. I just want to congratulate you, Johnny, on that. And if they don't win,
we said it.
Fire everybody.
We said it, right?
Fire everybody.
No.
Get rid of the club. They're officially the Buffalo Bills of the Prem if they don't win the league this year.
Ooh.
Listen. You fire who you have to fire because obviously he's done enough work to now, reap the benefits of it, the fruit of his labor. So I think obviously we spoke about it before the season even started. I think this is the year where he needs to cross the line. Listen, we're delivering, right? And kind of every third of the field, we're defensively.
The league might be over, bro.
Listen, you gotta get excited. Can't get too excited because this footballing world's treacherous. So taking it one game at a time.
Carlos just wants to give all the pressure to Arsenal so Chelsea could just slowly climb to the top.
And then he has something to talk about next week or the week after or any week after this fucking.
Bro, and just enjoy it, bro. Congratulations.
I'm not gonna enjoy nothing.
Enjoy it, bro.
I haven't been excited. I just been happy because we're winning games that we dropped points last year on.
Fair.
This looks nice, man.
That's actually
so good.
Perfection. Wow, that's fucking sweet, dude.
Enjoy that. Let's see if you can split the G.
Oh, he was really thirsty.
Wait,
No.
Let me just fake it.
Wait.
There it is.
Wait! Come on!
On the angle, on the tilt.
Oh my goodness.
On the tail, it looks good.
VAR got it wrong.
Yeah, VAR check that.
But no.
Looks pretty good.
But yeah, no, I think, compared to last year, we got full points off the 2 games we lost last year so far. So if we can keep doing that and maximize our points throughout games that we dropped points last year, then yes, obviously we're going to win the league, right? And then with some luck, because sometimes you need some luck that where other teams just drop points, huge that United go into fucking Liverpool and maximize their point tally. So, right, we have Crystal Palace over the weekend. Crystal Palace are also firing, right? They're fantastic this year, but we're home, so you think we can maximize and capitalize on getting all 3 points there this week. We got Nkapie back, so I think our defense is still growing in terms of what it could be, right? Because right now we've conceded 3 goals in 11 games, and that's pretty fucking good.
You have everything, bro. Congrats.
We do everything.
Look, it looks pretty good though, right?
Not bad.
Good.
Not
That's
bad.
pretty solid, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's pretty. Yeah, no. Listen, can't get overly excited, dude.
Okay,
Congrats,
so Carlos already congratulating Johnny and Arsenal on October 20th that they have the League One. Let's see about that. Chelsea obviously is creeping up to the top. Let's go over the scores in match day 8 of the Prem. So Chelsea defeats Nottingham Forest 3-0. Sunderland 2-0 over Wolves. Burnley 2-0 over Leeds. Crystal Palace and Bournemouth on probably the best game of the week. 3-3 was a belter of a game. Brighton defeat Newcastle 2-1. City 2-0 against Everton. Arsenal 1-0 against Fulham. Villa 2-1 over Tottenham. United beat Liverpool 2-1 at Anfield.
At Anfield.
And Brentford 2-0. And also to note, Big Ange gets fired from Nottingham Forest. Doesn't even last 2-3 months in the Prem for this season.
Like 30 days.
That owner, I think it was exactly like 30 days or 40 days. 40 days, I think. That owner just threw a bomb on his own club, and
he had an eye on him for a while though.
Yeah, it's just he's not the right coach you bring in to that Nottingham Forest team. Like he's so stuck on his ways, and if he doesn't have his players, you know, it's just not going to succeed. So with that Nottingham Forest team, he just wasn't the right person to bring in. I guess the owner knew that, and he was just like, all right, let's reset.
Big Ange, where do we think he'll go next?
Go back to the fucking Scottish League, brother.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to the Prem because he kind of needs he needs good players. So he has to manage one of the top 7 teams to be successful. I mean, right now there's no vacancies in those clubs. So maybe Arsenal, if they don't win the league and they sack Arteta, Big Ange back in the Prem.
No shot.
If anything happens, they're gonna go for Cesc.
For who?
Fabregas. Unless he goes to Chelsea.
Ooh, true.
No, he's gonna go to Arsenal. No, he's a Wenger processor. Like he's the guy that's just gonna. He said it. His background on football is heavily influenced by Arsene, and I think obviously he went to Chelsea. He won stuff at Chelsea, but home is where the heart is, brother. And I think that's.
Has he said that?
Yeah, he said that. I think he would want to take over Arsenal
if
that job ever comes up. So, and he's doing a fantastic job at Como. I watch like pre-game, like post-game stuff that he says to his guys, and
post-game speech he had, it was great.
I think these Spanish managers just know how to get to their guys. They just understand like the assignment, and they fucking just nail it. They're just really, I mean, and then like football-wise, like here, I think just one step ahead of everyone else. It's just, or if you're just influenced by the Spanish football, like obviously like Zidane, big influence guy by the Spanish football. So like, you know, he's not Spanish per se, you know, but heavily influenced by Madrid. So, but everyone else, yeah. If you think of all these coaches.
Let's get into the game that we saw at MetLife Stadium at the parking lot on a Jets tailgate.
What a day!
On a Jets tailgate, a
Sunday
nice
fun day.
Sunday fun day for us. It was United that got the W in Anfield, surprising most of the football world, defeating Liverpool 2-1. Ruben and United get their second straight win, right?
Yeah,
first time.
First time
getting 2 wins in a row in the Prem.
Yeah.
For Ruben, right? They actually finally made a comment to the guy who's growing his hair out, you know, that he's waiting for United to have 5 straight wins. It could be any league, whatever. They finally gave a tip to the hat to him. It might be a little too early, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think it's early. They got a tough 3 games coming up. They got Brighton, Tottenham, and
I think they jumped the gun a little bit on that one.
Like he needs just a little bit of hope so he doesn't off himself. He just needs a little bit because it's growing, and he hasn't been close in a year and a half. So a little glimpse of hope just to keep him going.
And then Liverpool dropped 3 straight, 4 straight,
4 straight.
4 straight. So are we sounding the alarms in Liverpool and Anfield for Arne Slot?
I mean, I think the results speak for themselves.
Or do you kind of like throw like a message out there, like, you know what, it's not feeling right or feeling the way it's supposed to?
No,
4 in a row is pretty bad.
No Klopp inheritance tax anymore, right? So
I saw that.
That was a good meme out there on the internet. So yeah, I mean, now he has his players, and we said before that in the first few games they were getting lucky in these last minute wins, and that wasn't sustainable. And now that we're seeing his team still not gel, it's still early, but now the results are going negatively in their favor.
Yeah.
So what do we think?
I think their big time players aren't performing. They aren't up to par, you know,
based on the price tag that they spent.
Yeah. Oh, but I just think like they're leaders, like they're big time players, like the Mo Salahs, the Virgil van Dijks, the Kanates. Like those guys are underperforming, right? Guys who should be leading the team when it gets difficult. They're not showing up when they're supposed to. Like Mo Salah had a stinker yesterday. Virgil's had a few. Yesterday was poor. Kanate was poor yesterday as well. So guys like that, guys like who are super pivotal in the team, especially when things can go wrong, they're just not. They're not there. They're not doing what they're supposed to do. So I think that hurts more than these
new players.
These
Yeah.
these expensive signings not showing up, because Wirtz has been shit for 10 games. And honestly, we fuck around and we kind of banter about it, but like, honestly, he's not like that piece that's going to make or break them from losing or winning games, honestly.
Yeah.
That's the truth of it.
And especially with how much they paid for him.
Yeah, I mean, obviously with the price tag, you're like, he has to perform, but like, obviously with social media, we'll like banter and like, 10 games, he's god awful. He's like getting to like being the flop of the century and whatnot. But at the end of the day, if you really look at the football, like, he's not the guy that's gonna make or break if they win or lose games, to be fair.
And if you think about it, like, this midfield is the same midfield from last year, and
Correct.
they won the Prem last year, so he's not the reason why they're not winning, right?
No, yeah, I think it's guys like Virgil having off days, guys like Mo having off days,
Yeah.
Konate not being good enough. I do think they're struggling defensively with like Kirkish and for
Bradley.
So I think they struggle with the right back issue, right? When Frimpong's hurt, I think defensively he's probably not the most defensive minded fullback. So they've been doing some switches with Dominic and other guys in there. So I think they're struggling in those aspects of the field. And then when big players like Konate and Virgil aren't stepping up to the plate, then it's a whole kind of defensive unit that's kind of in shambles at the moment. So
yeah, I think you said it right. Like, if your concrete blocks of the pillars of this club is not performing, the team's not going to perform.
Correct.
And some of it might not even be on Slot. His players just are not playing well. Some of it is because they might be a little unbalanced, right? Like the flow when Wirtz is in, but even individually, they're just not playing well.
They haven't found, I think, like you said, the balance. They haven't found the right combo of players in certain moments, but they did have a lot of chances, right? Gakpo hit the post twice, that header right towards the end of the game. So
that's what I'm saying. So like, were like in the full entirety of the 90, were they
they weren't horrible
team, or were
they weren't horrible?
Right, correct. So like, if I were to judge that game, I think it's a very 50-50 even game.
Yeah,
I think obviously United has a game plan. They sat back a bit. They had moments where they did have possession, but a lot of it was recover first and second. Obviously, Liverpool created chances and then put it in the back of the net. And then if you don't score, I guess, like the old saying is, if you don't score them, they'll score them on you,
Yeah.
So
you think about now, I'm noticing like a lot of their chances that they had against Man U were kind of just balls into the box. I don't think they created too much like in the middle of the field, sliding passes through. And that's not how they used to play, right? Like, they used to create in the midfield, create on offense, or Salah cutting in, passing it into the box.
Yeah.
I think missing low-key like Luis Diaz.
For sure.
Even a target player like maybe Darwin Nunez, he created chances. Like, he made the run in behind. And I think they're missing those players right now.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of talk on the internet about how Liverpool treats Hispanic, Spanish, Latin players, right?
Really?
Because Luis Diaz was, I think, very pivotal for Liverpool.
He was so good for them.
So good.
Yeah, and he was consistent, and just the way they kind of just let him go. Nunez too. I mean, Nunez, there was definitely a little more tension there, but Luis Diaz was solid for them. The fans loved him, so I think to let him go felt a little premature. And maybe it's because he was, Latin. We don't know, right? We don't know what goes on behind the scenes.
Arne Slot's these Dutch, right?
Yeah.
And I think when because Klopp had both Gakpo and Luis Diaz.
Yeah.
I think he had Gakpo playing striker, and then he had Diaz playing on the left.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Arne Slot came in last year, he switched it. He had Gakpo on the left, and then he put Diaz as striker, and Diaz was terrible.
He was terrible
as striker. As striker, as the lone guy, he was awful when he played there, because he's not a striker. He's not like they're trying to have him play, hold the ball. That's just not his game.
It's not his game.
Didn't he ball last year, or was that only when he was on left wing?
When he was on the wing, he played well. So like when he's isolated and he can go at guys 1v1 and have that a bit more space, obviously, that's his game. He was good.
Yeah.
But then when they put him up as the center striker, he struggled, and that's where they kind of took him out. They didn't play enough. Like,
his football hasn't dropped, right? With Colombia, he's balling. With Bayern, he's balling. So you know what I mean? So maybe a bit premature on letting Luis Diaz go. What do we think about big Harry Maguire being the hero again for United?
I love him. They need to build a statue for Harry Maguire. He's the only guy that comes through for them, when they need someone to come through for them. bet on Harry Maguire to do something. Whether it's a last minute PK, he can step up and take a PK if you need.
Yep.
The header, tying the game winner. Count on Harry Maguire for a statue for that man.
From
Konate, right?
From Konate.
Yeah, but if you think about it, Upco had an easy header, didn't put it on target. Harry Maguire, trust him.
Oh yeah, I agree. Yeah, no, I mean, listen, for sure, right? But I like to always.
But it was bad defending. It was
Konate's jumping up in the air,
headed air.
But like no man,
he wasn't the only guy free though. It was like 2 other guys free
behind him. Yeah,
him.
correct. Yeah, so like just kind of that's just concentration, right? You're just kind of switching off, and there's like maybe 5 minutes left or more than that. But like it was the first game of the games. So like, what are you doing? Like, why are you not locked in? Why are you not focusing on a super cross that's coming in and it's floated? It's not driven. It's like second wave effort where the ball comes back out. He fucking just whiffs it in the box. It's in the air, and you just completely don't even know where it is, or you don't know who's behind you, right? So that's like things I try to teach my high school kids.
Are they listening to you?
Man, you goal. Pay attention to the you need to position yourself.
See man, see ball.
You see the goal, you see the man, and you know where the goal is.
Yeah.
And you can't do that on the professional level, and I'm trying to teach it at the high school level. Then we're strugglesville for Liverpool fans and whoever's running that defensive line.
It's getting evened out, right? Some of those early wins, last minute. Now they lose on a last minute goal. So we said it, right? It's gonna start evening out at some point. So
yeah.
So that was the one of the bigger games of the weekend. Also, Bayern defeated Dortmund in a Der Klassiker 2-1. Goals by Harry Kane and Michael Olise in the 78th minute, and then Julian Brandt got the goal to try to come back at 2-1. I want to talk about the U20 World Cup. So the U20 World Cup concluded yesterday in Santiago in Chile, where Morocco defeated Argentina 2-0 and become U20 champions for the first time in their history. Thoughts on Argentina losing a final and the rise of Morocco football? Let's not forget, Morocco got 3rd place in the Olympics, got 1st place in this U20 World Cup, and made the semifinal in Qatar 2022 in the last World Cup. So Moroccan football on the rise.
That's the headline for me. I think it's that Moroccan football is growing and it's on the rise and it's big time, right? I think Argentina making it to another final just is saying how dominant that their younger guys coming up are. So I mean, they're just gonna keep getting better, right? And is that a surprise? No, not really.
Yeah, it's the first time Argentina made a U20 final in 16 years or something like that. So it's been a while for them. But yeah, obviously Argentina doesn't lose finals too often. Them losing to Morocco in Santiago, where let's not forget is where Chile defeated Argentina in that Copa America way back when, right? The
2015.
The Alexis Sanchez penalty. So yeah, it's a haunted house for Argentina, that Estadio Nacional.
I was happy to see them lose, honestly. I mean, obviously, when you're Argentinian, you win the World Cup, you carry some arrogance, but I'm happy that they got their ass kicked. All the shit talking, bites them in the ass in the final. Talk shit in your quarterfinal, talk in the semifinal, but when the final happened, they got their ass kicked.
They've been trolling.
They've been trolling.
I mean, we're big fans.
I love trolling, but
we're also big fans of, hey, if you're gonna get your fucking teeth punched in, you better get punched in for a reason. Here, you got it, and your fucking teeth are punched in. So
yeah,
I think that's what happened, right? You talk shit until your way to the final. Morocco's been very quiet. Obviously, everyone's just watching the results. Everyone's just like, okay, cool. And then probably people bet on Argentina, like, hey, they're gonna win it because it's Argentina. What?
I mean, Morocco were chirping them a little bit on the field, though.
Really?
They gave it to him. They gave it to him. And Argentinians hate losing. But let's go over kind of the teams that they beat. Right? They beat Brazil. They beat USA. They beat France.
Morocco, right?
Yeah. So Morocco.
Oh,
they were
deserving winners. They were in the group of death.
They took Mexico.
Yeah, they were in the group of death.
They had Brazil, Mexico,
Spain,
and Spain in that group.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go over there.
I mean, I feel like Morocco's always had talent. Like, they've always just been raw ballers. And I think now a lot of them are, I don't know what's the right word. They're less raw. They're just becoming more tactical and smarter on the field.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're right. That's something I wanted to bring up. So Morocco is it's a monarchy, right? And so in 2009, they made a heavy investment, $65 million to open a facility that was to improve Moroccan football with the goal of, going to these U20 finals, going to a semifinal of the World Cup. So $65 million of investment to create kind of like the Moroccan national team and for their senior and youth to develop them. Has state-of-the-art facilities, gym, cafeteria, locker rooms. They also heavily invested in like bringing experts from UEFA and all over the world to train their coaches and to train the youth coaches. So they had this plan from a long time ago, and you're finally seeing the fruits of the
Paying
labor.
dividends.
Yeah, it's paying dividends. What, almost 15 years later?
I mean, that's invest in your country, invest in your youth, then it's gonna pay dividends, right? A lot of these
65 million is a lot of money, though.
It's a lot of money.
Not everyone has 65 million to invest in soccer.
That's true.
That's a lot of money. It is.
I mean, if you think about like big countries like, let's just say, the U.S., $65 million is nothing for the U.S., right? But it is what it is. Invest in your youth, and you're gonna get that back.
Yeah, and it's also interesting because Morocco is not the first country that has tried to do this investment heavy in football, right? We've seen Japan do this. Japan has brought like Iniesta, and they've brought different players to open schools, open academies to attract and to teach. And I feel like Japan has always done well in like youth World Cups and making it to round of 16, maybe a quarters here and there, but. It seems like one of the famous coaches in Argentina, Dardo, years back, there's a famous video going around of how he said the future in football is in Africa, and he specifically called out Morocco because of their raw talent, because of their agility, their pace, their the way they're dynamic in the attack. And you saw it. You saw that they were never afraid to go 1v1 at people. They looked like South Americans, but with a little extra.
Yeah.
With a little
they ball
extra
with some
zazz.
flair, right?
Yeah,
and they're not like the strongest. Like they're pretty skinny, but they're fast and they're agile.
Skinny in the eye, but some of these guys are fucking strong.
Yeah.
I mean, for sure.
But I know what Carlos is saying, though. I know what Carlos is saying. It almost gave like Brazil vibes, like a Robinho Flaquito, like that's kind of what they looked like. But they balled out. And good for them. And I think it's only the beginning. We're gonna see more and more of Morocco probably in years to come. So it's something definitely to keep an eye out for.
For sure. And honestly, a lot of them, I think, either live or were born in Spain. So also they have a little bit of that Spaniard football influence in them.
Yeah.
Obviously they love Morocco and they want to play for their home country, but a lot of that might be influenced by some Spaniard football.
Yeah, and these are the kind of tournaments, the Olympics, the World Cup, the U20 World Cup, where this team inspires the youth teams, right? And the children that are coming up through the ranks. Now, if you're in between Spain and Morocco, you might lean on the Moroccan side, whereas years past,
Lamine's Moroccan. Imagine if he was on that Morocco team.
Correct. Correct.
They were nuts team.
Exactly. Right.
That would be insane.
This is what you need. This is what you need to inspire the youth is to perform like this. So hats off to Morocco, and we'll see how they perform in this upcoming World Cup. They also host the AFCON in December.
I think they're also like 18 game undefeated, like their senior team.
Wow,
I didn't have the record.
I didn't have the
record. 18 game undefeated.
Damn. Yeah.
Or 18. Not 18 undefeated. I think 18 straight wins. They haven't lost or tied a game in 18 straight games.
Shit.
Yeah.
Damn. Cool. Let's go to the last headlines. To close out, I wanted to talk about Donald Trump's comments about the World Cup next summer and how he has FIFA in his pocket, to be honest, because he made a comment a couple of weeks ago about how he wanted to strip the cities that are maybe not to his liking or revolting or rebelling or not listening to what he wants to happen. So Trump made a comment that he will take the games away from these cities, specifically calling out Boston and LA, Los Angeles. And when he made the comment, FIFA said, no, he doesn't have the authority to do that. And then they backtracked a couple of days or a couple of weeks later saying, yeah, he actually does have the authority. Because obviously,
oh, no way. I didn't hear that.
Yeah. So now Trump's doubling down on that, and you're hearing more and more comments about him potentially stripping these cities of their games. I wanted to ask you guys, you calling his bluff or no?
I think he's a rage baiter, right? He's a troll. Yeah. He wants to get a reaction out of people. I don't think he's going to do that. I don't think he cares enough about FIFA in general or soccer to even do that. I think he just wants to create chaos and get a rise out of people. But I don't think he's gonna do it. To be fair,
So bluffing, Johnny. What do you think?
bluffing.
Yeah, I mean, when you break it down like that, yeah, I think he is an agent of chaos. I think he just wants to let people know that he's in charge, right? He's the boss, and he will do this if he has to do it, right?
Like he can. I guess FIFA
Right,
said he
obviously.
can, but
Yeah,
he just wants people to know that he can do that.
It's a pissing
exactly.
contest, and he's a pissing contest. He goes, I'm gonna show you that it's a bit bigger than yours. So hey, listen, don't fuck with me. So I mean, listen, I don't want to call it. I mean, listen, I don't want to think he's bluffing, or I want to think he's bluffing, obviously. So I'm gonna
So
say he's
you guys
bluffing.
both agree that he's bluffing, but if it really came down to it, he would do it. Like he would
He's not
he
bluffing.
would use
feel
his
like
power.
What would it take? Like, what would it take Boston to do to like really make him do it? Like,
I'm not sure.
it would have to be something like catastrophic, I think, for him to really.
And people
like,
people are also saying like if you don't know like where the stadium is
Not in
miles
Foxborough.
away from the
Foxborough,
city
right?
of Boston. It's in Foxborough. Yeah. So
Yeah.
so right,
It's not really in the comments.
it's not really in a city. Well, in the city of Boston, it's pretty far away.
Yeah, that's true. Forgot
So
about that.
yeah, so that's another thing that's been going around. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think I'm with you guys. I think he just wants to flex his muscle a little bit. I think FIFA tried to humble him in saying that he doesn't have the power to do that, and FIFA tried to show that they're above kind of all other
Like
politics and above all else. I mean, you saw what they did in the Qatar World Cup, right? How they how they wanted to enforce the beer at the stadiums, and then Qatar said nope. So it's always kind of this like fight of power and trying to flex in different moments. And I think that this is another moment where, like you both said, Trump is trying to flex and show that he can. Will he? I think we all doubt it. There's been so much time, resources, energy put in from each city to win the bid. Like each city had a committee to even get the games there, right? Like they had to do a whole plan. They had to show that, that they're going to improve public transportation, the trains, make hotels better, whatever, the hospitality side of things. So yeah, I think too much work has gone in to backtrack, but we'll see. We'll see. I think we got to keep an eye on it because it could be a developing story.
Yeah, I mean, and when you think about it, like politics and sports kind of sucks, right? Like everyone turns to sports and stuff like that to take their mind away from what's going on in the world, right? Like that's their 90 minutes to turn their brain off from outside things and focus on the game that they love. And in Qatar, when we were there, right, there's so much noise on the outside of the media saying Qatar this, Qatar that. But when we were there at Qatar, like it was great. Everyone was just living life, happy, enjoying football. And hopefully we get to see that next year.
It's tough to have these sort of things intertwined with the game because you want to just be the game and just stick with that. And sometimes it goes overboard. Yeah. Any closing thoughts, fellas, before we close out?
Congratulations, Shawnee. Happy for you, bro.
No, the close thoughts. I mean, I guess congrats to Ruben Amorim, living to see another day.
He does just enough, right? He does just enough to
They gave him 3 years. They gave him 3 years. And honestly, I think that do you think that helps the team? They're like, all right, all that noise is done with. Let's just focus on football and get better. I mean, they don't have to worry about getting fired every day.
I think he's like an anchor. Like he's like a weight on their ankles. Personally, I don't think he's the right guy, to be honest.
We'll see. I mean, it's a long season. I think. I mean, obviously he still has work to do. I think he's gonna have like an up and down season. Like it's gonna be. They're gonna be really good highs. I think he's gonna have like yesterday, and I think he's gonna have moments where it's gonna be like, "Fuck, we're back here on a low." That's how it started, right? They thought they were amazing against Arsenal, and then they lost, and then the week after, boom, another result dropped, and then back high, and then back low, and then back high. So I think that's gonna be their season where they're gonna have really, really good moments, and they're gonna have really, really bad moments.
Let's, Carlos, pull up United's next 3 games.
Just did that. Right. They play Brighton next, Nottingham Forest, and
where?
Tottenham home.
Brighton home.
Oof,
that's their high. That's their high and low. They beat Liverpool and Anfield. They lose to Brighton next week.
Brighton beat them often at home.
So yeah, that is true. That is true. I mean, United hasn't been good.
Brighton is good.
Brighton's really good.
Brighton's good.
They're just inconsistent, but like they're good. Like Danny Welbeck is gonna go back to the theater of dreams. He's gonna fucking score. I'm gonna be buzzing when he does.
So Brighton at Old Trafford, and then who else? Nottingham Forest. Where?
Nottingham Forest, home in Nottingham Forest. So
over there.
United away.
And then what's the other game?
Tottenham away.
Tough.
I think my boy's still gonna have that long hair. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think so too.
If
he's not.
if they beat Brighton, there's a good chance they beat Nottingham Forest, right? And it's gonna come down to that. And then fifth game, Tottenham. Dude, and the fall of Tottenham.
Sean Dyche is back, bro. There's no.
Did they hire him today?
Yes.
Yeah, it's gonna be a 0-0 game.
Yeah,
it's gonna be it's at Forest, right?
Pure chaos.
1-0. Up to Forest. Watch.
That'd be so funny.
First game. Well, I think it'll be a second game in charge. Watch. They're gonna fucking play a block, set pieces, get in the box, 1-0 on a set piece.
He's actually the perfect hire for that job.
What's the guy?
Alive.
What's the guy's name that has the hair? Do we know?
I feel like it was like United Stand or something like that.
United Stand, United Strand,
something like that. Why?
Sure.
United Strand.
Frank at United Strand. We think it was a bit too early to celebrate, but we're rooting for you. / we're not rooting for you.
We're rooting for you a little bit.
We like to see the misery in it, but he also has to cut that hair.
That hair as well.
Terrible,
that hair as well.
Terrible.
Fellas, good catching up. Missed having all three of us back on, and hopefully we will do this some point soon.
Yes, sir.
All right, fellas. Take care.
Cheers.
Yep.